Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Let's be really quiet because they're sleeping. So in between episodes I've been doing the village grind to where I pretty much, breed villagers and cure them and also infect them with the zombie to lower the prices. And the zombie is actually over here inside of this rail system. So anyways, for the villagers we have just a farmer, a mining villager for 1 emerald, unbreaking 3 for 9, and just a random toolsmith, which I've not really leveled up yet. But I also have a protection 4 villager for only for 9. Yeah, anyways, I'd been just, lowering their trades and whatnot, but I figured I needed to sell something, and what is a great thing to sell? I figured paper sugarcane would be, so let's do that for today's episode. Anyways, let's say hello to our roommates, Tasha and Brian. Anyways, guys, have some leaves just because I will leave it to y'all to be a pain in the butt, and he didn't like that very much. I'm gonna have to deal with that. Off episodes are an I. Anyways, let me get some materials, and I will see you guys when I'm ready to get started on today's build. I have bad news. The bad news is the mod which I use to record time-lapse, which is the replay mod, it decided not to record. And what happened was I pressed the record button, thinking it was recording, because usually how replay mod is, it says record and start it, right? And so when I pressed record, that came up. After I was done building, I exit the game like I normally do, and it said saving file, right? And I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited some more, and then I waited some more, and 20 years later, it said it was good, right? So when I opened up the file for it to play and render, it decided not to work. It decided to just full-on go crazy mode and die on me. So, sadly enough, I have no footage. I have footage, but it's not in form of a time-lapse, and with this build I kind of wanted to have the time-lapse to kind of show you guys how some builds, after some time, they evolve into something which you enjoy. But, sadly enough, the while recording towards first person does not at all have that vibe. It has me just placing blocks. So, long story short, I will attempt to kind of harness a little bit of idea I had. So this is the final product. Now, during the first phase of this build, it was entirely different. This whole entire section looked jagged and flat, and this section had legs going down, as well as that every single beam like this you see was entirely down. For example, this build intersected this small farm, and after a bit I thought it looked really bad to where I wanted to change it, and then I decided to add fences here, and then I wanted to add fences here, and then I wanted to incorporate some of the stone here, and after about 40 renditions of the build, I decided that I kind of wanted this section to work around the mountain or the hill and create small nook and crannies, but kind of use the hill as a source of, I guess, gravity, make it look like it was kind of hanging. And I kind of feel like I have that aesthetic here because these beams are kind of getting held by the beam, but it's also being held by the mountain itself. But honestly, when the build first started, I wanted a few caves, and I wanted this whole entire section blocked, and I wanted just a bridge going straight into here. After a bit, it just changed. And usually, with a lot of builds that I tend to do, and probably you, they change. Because a lot of times we have a vision, and that vision isn't correctly harnessed or outsourced or brought to light. And so we change it. And then the changes we do, we don't like. And some of the changes we do, we like, but we think we can do better. And so we strive for greatness, and then when we do that, we achieve greatness or we fail. And now in this build, I think I did both. I think in the beginning I failed, but I think overall I succeeded because I like this build a lot. It's definitely not my favorite one. I would say my favorite one is this right here because I like the aesthetic. But I would say this build kind of has that sense of, after a bit, a build you want to hate can change. Now, up here, I want it to blend the oak as well as decay, but also some spruce. I kind of think that spruce blends very well with oak, and I think spruce looks very weathered and kind of decay, like decay-ish or overused and kind of outdone. And I kind of want it, the full-on scenario of this section is being eroded, it's being corroded, and it has been there for a bit, and nature is slightly taking over. And overall, I kind of think that with this build, as well as my base here, it looks as if nature is kind of taking back over, and I kind of think right here, you can kind of tell that stuff is happening. Over here, stuff is happening. Over by the bridge, stuff is definitely happening. And I kind of wanted it to kind of interact with its own lore, but to kind of create its own lore as I create the lore for it. Hopefully that makes sense. I know I'm rambling, but with me, I think it's important that the builds you do, as well as the environments you create, tell a story, because a lot of times we create the own story, which is how we play, because Minecraft is a game that is entirely made by a story which you tend to create within it. So, anyways, up here, I added fences because, as I said before, I kind of wanted to look like this area right here, this small section of the bridge, was being hosted up by the beams throughout the mountain, and I kind of wanted to add some life to it. And with that, I added some peonies as well as some bushes and some water, because with me, I tend to like I love water features, and I think it looks really good. And I think a lot of times when I add a water feature, it makes the build look 500 times better. Like right here, I'm gonna add just a small waterfall, and I think it blends really well. Well, that's what I think, at least. And I added some bushes around here. These are spruce trapdoors, and I thought they looked really good as like a railing. Hello, as a railing. I didn't really want to use fences because fences, to me, they just don't look right as railings. I think trapdoors looks amazing. So up here, it gets kind of narrower, and this is actually the sugarcane rim. So for the color palette, I know it looks very janky and very random, but I kind of wanted something that kind of messes with the eye a little bit, to where it gives you a lot of blend of colors as well as contrast and the sense of, you know, chaos is happening, but there's also beauty inside chaos. And also, by the way, if you guys are enjoying this video at all, make sure you leave a like or subscribe if you wouldn't mind. It helps me out a bunch, and it lets me know that you guys enjoy my content. Anyways, that out of the way, but I kind of wanted this build to kind of have a sense of contrast, but also unity, as well as something which I've never done before. Like, I've never used this sort of color palette before. I do very much like acacia, and I'm very, very happy that I got acacia from that wandering trader, because it's actually one of my favorite woods, just because I like the color. But anyways, with color theory, you have colors that complement each other and also contrast. And how this is that when you contrast two different types of colors, that brings your eye in, and it kind of makes you feel like, hey, something's not right, to where your brain tries to think, what's wrong with this? So with blue and orange, they are actually contrast colors, to where they don't blend perfectly well. They look different by each other. For example, right here, I'm pretty sure you probably have like a small stroke or small seizure because the colors are so jonky. But originally, I kind of wanted to use oxidized copper, but I didn't really have it. I literally have just 2 blocks to my name, and I wish that was different, because I kind of do very much enjoy the blue copper. I think it looks very well. Here, let me show you what I mean. So with the blue oxidized copper, I think it would look perfect by the acacia. Now, I do think that the warped wood kind of does that, but I don't know. But anyways, I kind of wanted to add some oak, because with oak and acacia, it has that sense of it blends really well. And I kind of wanted the eye to be like, hey, these two colors don't blend well, but these two do, and kind of forcing you to look past the imperfections which you see, or which you see in every day, or which you see in the build. But anyways, I kind of wanted the oak and the acacia to blend. And then here you have this sense of it coming together, because with the oak wood and the oak logs, they kind of blend well. And as you go up, you see the oak wood as well as the calcite and the diorite. So diorite, everyone hates diorite. I hate diorite, but I think for the sake of this build, I think it blends really well with the cobblestone as well as the calcite as well as the spruce. And I kind of wanted the sense of it's chaotic, but it's blending, and then it's chaotic again. But I kind of wanted this overall roof to kind of contrast each other, because with diorite, it has a little bit of gray, and I think that border contrasts the white of the calcite, and I kind of think that the spruce contrasts a little bit of both of them, and since spruce is kind of dark, it kind of stands out more. But over here, there's no reason why I decided to go with the warped wood with the cobblestone. But with the cobblestone, I kind of wanted something that looked janky and jagged and kind of as if like there was holes in the wall. But over here, that is moss as well as smooth sandstone, and I kind of wanted a pattern just because I thought it looked really good. And as far as the ceiling in there, it's just a ceiling. It's nothing to it. But right now I have 23 sugarcane. This has been on for probably an hour. But anyways, let me show you all the redstone, because I'm sure you're probably curious. So this is probably the most simplest machine you can create in Minecraft. And I would say it's a really good machine, because it's definitely essential if you want to farm sugarcane, because sugarcane is made for paper and sugar, but mainly paper. And with paper, you can make rockets and trade it and whatnot. So back here is the redstone. So for this machine, you need a observer, which is this guy right here. It looks like a face. It looks like someone's kind of like pissed off, but kind of stoic or whatever. And then you need a piston, just a regular piston, not a sticky variant, just a regular piston. So what you do is you place the land block, which is sand, dirt, I think gravel or moss or whatever. Any kind of block with sugarcane to grow on, and then you leave one block blank, and then you put a piston, then an observer. So how observers work is once they recognize an updated block. So let's just say I put sugarcane right here. It's going to sense that block has an update where it's going to be like, hey, this object was here. Take note of that. So when it takes note of that, it's going to create a small redstone signal to this guy. So let me show you again. Also, there might be some loss to this farm. It's okay though. So when this happens, if you look closely right here, and I'll attempt to slow it down, you can see a slight flash of redstone. So this just means that this guy is noticing the block change, and it's saying, hey, I notice it, redstone signal. And so this powers the piston that causes the piston to kind of activate. But yeah, this is usually, so overall, this is how this machine works. It's, again, really, really, really simple redstone. So simple to where I'm pretty sure my nephew or someone the age of 2 could probably figure it out. But if you guys can't figure it out, it's all good. Just rewatch the video again. It's really simple, trust me. If I can understand this kind of redstone, anybody can. So, but this is just the redstone that I did. Now, I didn't really do anything else. I did slightly terraform this area and added some bushes and lighting. I added some pumpkins just because you guys know that I love pumpkins so much. They look amazing as a light source, but I figured since I'm re-recording this for the second time, I would just, say what's on my mind and kind of, show you guys a little bit of the base. So, not sure if I showed y'all, but I added a small pier in between episodes. I think it looks really good. I kind of wanted the same aesthetic as this bridge had, but over here. This is the trading hall. We have a Reddit guy, go away. We have a llama, you know. A warning creator came in and I kinda took care of him, but oh! Oh! Did someone just leave by accident? No? Okay, cool. We have a lot of villagers now, Jesus. Are you guys anything good? No. That's not that bad, but also no. You anything good? No. Alright, so I believe we have a farmer. We have a mending villager. 3 emeralds now, apparently. Fortune 1 is 1. This was actually 1 emerald for 1 mending. I don't know why that changed, but... And Unbreaking 3 is 6. Whoa! And then just a regular toolsmith. This guy's protection 4, which I need because of my armor's meh. And just the regular armor. Yeah, I will most likely expand this farm a little bit more just because I need villagers. And especially since I want to fight the Ender Dragon by episode 20, and it is currently 14. So I got a few more. I might add another Liberian farmer. I might add another toolsmith or something. I might even add a mason just because, you know, free resources and whatnot. Let me make sure the zombie guy is still good because I had a zombie back here. Okay, good. So this is the zombie which I added in between episodes. There's a small row line. It doesn't go around, it literally stops right here just because I'm lazy and I don't really want to expand it. But this guy has been affecting them, and that's kind of how the prices are so low for me. So, but yeah, anyways, this is the Nether portal. Not sure if you guys are up to date with the episodes or not, but I did this. And I did this. Let's harvest the Nether wart really fast. But yeah, so over here, there is some hidden lore to it. The lore is that someone came over from the Nether, and when this happened, they got sucked inside the overworld, and they needed a way to go back into the Nether, where they wanted to create potions and mess with magic to see if that would fix it, and kind of send them back. But who knows, did it or didn't it? Because as you can tell, you know, these are boarded up, those are boarded up. There's no books in here as if someone ran in a hurry and kind of burned their own stuff. There's cobwebs, there's a small fire, but you know, who knows, maybe they just left, but kind of wanted this area to tell a story a little bit. As well as this area. Not this. Or this or that. Thank you. Anyways, I will most likely do a video regarding making this area look pretty. And by area, I roughly mean my drowned issue, because let me go into free cam. Because as you can tell, I have serious drowned issues. They enjoy to spawn here, they enjoy to kill me, they enjoy to harass wildlife, they enjoy a lot of stuff. So I will most likely do that in the next episode or the episode after that one. I'm not really sure, but yeah. Anyways guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's different because there is no time lapse or footage of me building, but hopefully this section of me chatting kind of works as, I suppose, like a vibe or whatever. But yeah, but let me know if you guys enjoy stuff like this, as well as my videos, as well as, you know, me building and what I build and whatnot. Anyways guys, like always, have a great day, great evening, great night, or whatever it is. Be good to yourself and be good to other people. I will see you guys in the next video. Like always. Bye bye.